Move More class with you to kind of get us loosened up, to help strengthen us, our balance, to help our core, help your whole core to be stronger, to help you do all those movements, everything you need to do during the day, and just to kind of get you relaxed, a little loosened up in the shoulders and arms, kind of stretching more too as we're going. So take your time, make sure you have good shoes laced up. It's nice, you can have those slip-on shoes, but sometimes it's hard because your foot can slide forward too much and cramp the toes up near the end of the shoe. So sometimes just lacing them up, having them pretty secure will really help your toes and your feet to have laced up shoes when you're doing your walking, when you're doing your exercises. Really good to have them laced up nice. You want comfortable clothes, room to move forward and backward. I also grabbed some 10 pound and 5 pound and 2 pound weights. If you just have water bottles, you could use them. So they could be any size. If you get 2, the same size almost, whatever you'd like. And you can have some water close by to take a drink before a little bit. And then after, you want to make sure you drink more. And you can do it during also. Just walk over, grab your water, come right back, just keep moving. So we're going to tap our toes ahead. We're going to get warmed up the first 3 to 4 minutes. It gets your body moving, oxygen coming in, your heart pumping to help all the systems in your body. And then heel tap ahead, so heels, just bend the knee, tap that heel ahead. Great. We're going to tap to the side, so we'll just tap the toe to the right and left, right, left, great. And you can go a little slower or faster. You can put on music you like to move to also, and just do the same moves while I'm doing them, and then switch to the next move. You don't have to go as fast or slow as I'm going. So again, you adjust how you feel. Really take your time. First part though, we're warming up, so we don't want to raise our arms above the shoulders and don't want to do a lot of stronger movements until we get into the main part of the workout. Great. Now we're going to do a kick back, reaching ahead, and just pull back as you kick back. We're going to punch side to side. We're going to keep it really gentle. Right now we're bending the knees, hands are near the chin or collarbone, and you turn, tap, and just punch. Don't punch all the way to the end. You want to just feel that nice turn, support in the waist. You're leaning a tiny bit forward as you're punching. As you crunch the stomach, really use your abs to help you turn. And gently punch, but not all the way to the end. You stop it just before the end. Okay, great. Now we're going to kick ahead. So here, just nice and easy again. Just kicking ahead. First, we're going to reach over then in the main part now, bending your knees, and you're just going to reach over side to side, kind of keeping your chest forward. Bend your knees and reach, bend the knees, reach, bend the knees, reach. Great. Now we'll do double arms. So bend and reach, bend and reach. And go back to singles. And we'll go back to doubles. Nice knees. singles. And doubles again. Bend and reach, bend and reach. And then we'll march in place. Great. Kind of catch our breath, kind of bring that heart rate down so we can build up again. Great. Next we're going to do like we're jumping rope. So here, you just can go onto your toes, or you can hop with it. You don't have to. We'll do an 8 count for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March in place again. Great. Next one we're going to do is we're going to be stepping side to side. So you can either just bend your knees, swing your arms like that. And you don't have to leave the ground. You can still stay on the ground, or you could add a hop. And then otherwise, a little harder would be swinging the arms and leaning forward. Again, just listen to how you feel. Do not go to the point of pain at all. So you can have a little hop with it, take it a little harder again, or just swing the arms. Swinging. And now we'll swing the arms again, or just keep going that same way you were. We'll do 8 more for 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we'll march in place again. So again, just catch your breath. You can always, after this harder part, take a drink of water before we do the weights, or whenever you need it. The next one we're going to do is we're going to put our left leg ahead, right one back. We're going to reach ahead. Weight is kind of over this knee. You're just landing the foot down, not the whole foot. It's just the toes. Reaching out and crunch and reach. We'll do 8 more for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. March in place just to catch your breath. Now our right foot ahead, left foot back. Again, landing on the toes only. Weight is over this knee. Reaching out and crunch and reach. Do 8 more for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March in place again. So the next one, you can, if you have little 3-pound weights or something light, you can use them, but otherwise you don't need them. So I just have some 2-pound weights here. And all you would do is, we're going to step 2 to the right, and then 2 back. So you don't need the weights. You're still going to get a great workout through your core and also your shoulders, arms. Great. So you can keep shoulder height. Bending the knees for each step to the right and to the left. Bend those knees. Really helps with your core, your waistline, your hips, thighs. Great. If it's tiring with the weights or you're not using any, you can go ahead and keep them up here if you can, or just like you're clapping. Or you can set down any weights if you're using a very light weight, no heavier than a 2 or 3 pound. Even that can get quite heavy when you're doing these moves. And let's just do 4 more. 3 more, really bend those knees. 2 more. And 1 more to the right. And left. Great. Great. The next one we're going to do again, take your time. You don't need the weights, you can set them down. Otherwise, what you're going to do is you're bend your knees, balance, and you're just going to bring it up and down. You can always hang on to something and do 1 arm at a time, and then switch around, or just tap your toe down. And we're going to switch, again, nice and easy, and just take your time. And then relax again, wonderful. Next what we're going to do is we're just going to kick ahead and just raise opposite hand. And again, you don't need the weights. Tighten that stomach in, support you, and work your core. And we'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March in place again. Great. Just set down the weights if you have them, whatever works better. Next, we're going to do a kick back. So feet about a little farther than hip distance apart. This would be okay too, but a little farther apart makes you bend your knees more, reaching up, and then you're just going to pull down and reach, kick back. If it's hard reaching overhead, you can just reach ahead gently and just raise overhead with your arms if you feel comfortable. Again, just do it where you feel comfortable, where you're challenging yourself at no pain. More, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March in place. All right. Next we're going to do is we're going to punch across the body. So again, take your time, knees just about shoulder width apart. Bend those knees. Sometimes I like it a tiny bit more for a little more stability. And so you're when you crunch, bring it together, and then punch, crunch, punch, but just not quite to the end. It's kind of like we did in the warm-up. Tap the foot behind, tap that foot behind. Great. So when you come in, crunch, reach, crunch, reach, crunch, reach. Bring those those shoulders forward as you crunch in the center. We'll do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 each side, and march in place again. Back into place, great. Next one we're going to do, to finish these ones, the harder part of this, the more core working ones, and your thighs, shoulders, we're going to do uppercuts. So here, again, balancing, pull your stomach in, and you're just going to punch forward as you bring that other elbow back. So keeping the hips very still, and just punch, punch, great. So really turning the shoulders each direction as you're punching up, punch, punch, punch. Great. You always want those knees bent to really support your hips and thighs so that you can move from the core, your waist, up. Great. And we're going to do 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, march in place again. So now we'll do the cool down. So the cool down lets you kind of catch your breath, lets you relax a little more, kind of get your heart rate from way up high to just slow down a little so that your blood can flow correctly and kind of slow down with you. So first we're going to tap side to side. And you can just nice and easy, or you can bring your arms up to the shoulders. But again, don't overdo, because we're really trying to cool down, let our body kind of get a little bit more relaxed, but also just bringing that heart rate down a little. It doesn't bring it all the way down, but it'll actually just help it to slow down a little so you can breathe and talk a little easier. Great. Now we're going to step side to side here, or forward. We're going to just kick ahead. And then we're going to change here. We're going to put our feet a little farther apart, reach out. We're going to just kick back. We're just going to tap our heel ahead, just kind of reach gently, not too far. Again, we're kind of slowing it down, getting our heart rate at a nice pace where it's going strong, but not so high as during the workout, and then we'll add some weights. So your body will be working, bringing the oxygen in, and now toe tap. So next, now's a really good time to take a drink of water and then grab your weights. We won't be doing any on the floor today, but next week on Tuesday we'll be doing that. So we're going to grab our heaviest weight first, or if you just have a 5-pound weight or the soup cans or water bottles, that's fine, because you just want to take your time still, control so you don't hurt anything, take your time. So first, we're going to do a bicep curl. So knees are bent, about hip distance apart, shoulder width apart. You're just going to breathe out, going up, nice flat wrist, breathing in, going down. So breathe out, going up, in, going down. Breathe out, going up. 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 In, going down. We'll just do 2 more. You want to tire those muscles so they work and get stronger. The muscles get stronger and the bone gets more thickness to it. It's not quite so porous and open. Really builds the bone back up and builds and strengthens your muscles. Great. So we're going to turn it. We're going to just do 4 more here. Again, just like the other, but just with like a hammer, like you're holding it straight up and down. Do 2 more. And 1 more. Great, that's great. Next one, we're going to press overhead. So you can keep the heavier weight, but if you have a lighter weight, you might want to use that. So really kind of decide which one you want to use. So you can always change it out for a lighter weight. So here, we're going to bring it back and then up. You can do both at the same time if you'd like, or one at a time. And slow. Breathe out, going up. In, coming down. Breathe out, going up. Breathe in, coming down. Always make sure you're breathing through the whole time, not holding your breath, because you don't want to cut off that breath. It'll really keep that oxygen from getting to your brain. It might make you dizzy, so really breathe with the hardest part usually. Breathe in with the little bit easier part. We're going to do a deadlift, so here again, nice and easy, knees a little bent. We're just going to reach down toward our toes. I bend my knees slightly when I do this. So breathe in, breathe out, going up. Breathe in, breathe out, tighten your hips a little. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You don't want any pain in the lower back or any burning. So if you feel like you're kind of getting achy anywhere, just stop and kind of stretch. Take a drink of water if you'd like. Great. So we'll set them aside. So if you feel like you can do a few more, if you have a lighter weight, go ahead. Kind of keep doing them. We're just going to grab our little lighter weight. 5 or 3. So first we're going to do the bicep kickback. So again, take your time, just line up. I usually keep feet about hip distance apart, elbows in and back, and you're just going to breathe out, going up, and in, coming back. From the side, breathe out, going up, in, coming back. Elbows are just kind of locked up. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, great, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. So do as many as you can. You want to tire those muscles so they really work and strengthen and really help your body to get stronger. Great, so as many as you can do where you feel like you can't quite get that last one up. You can always, like if you do the class with me and you feel like you want to do a little more, you can go through that same thing again. Do your bicep curls with a little bit heavier ones. Do the overhead press. Do that. And then after, do your deadlift too then. These a little bit. And then you could add that tricep kickback. So again, really listen to how you feel, because you may feel like you could do a few more, and always do them just with nice control. So we're going to breathe out, just straight out. In, breathe out, in, go forward, in, breathe out, in, breathe out to the sides, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, forward, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, to the side, breathe in, breathe out to tighten the stomach, breathe in, now forward, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Great, so just taking your time. Next we're going to just, down and over, forward and over, forward and over. Great, just to kind of loosen up, great. So this time we're going to set these down. And we're going to just finish up with our stretches because you've worked your abs by pulling the stomach in, tightening, bending those knees, and turning as you're working the abs. And then also when you're straight up and reaching, you're also tightening your whole core, abs and everything. So the next we're going to do is just some cool down, just kind of letting our body stretch. You're going to pull the heel back as you press and kind of lift up the chest. Feel the stretch along the back of the leg, down to your heel, and then relax. And now the other one. Just balance with your bent knee, kind of pulling that toe back. Great. Lifting the chest. And relax. Next, we're going to put our right foot back, kind of in a big Y to start, and then you can bend your front knee and bring that hip just forward a little bit so you feel the stretch through the front of that leg. You can also put your arms at the side or raise overhead, just pulling that hip forward a little bit, reaching up to the sky, and relax. Now we'll do the other side. Left one back, kind of lining up, kind of a wide V at first. Bend your front knee. You're pulling this hip forward just a little bit. You want this to be forward just a little, kind of pulling it forward. You can always keep your hands on your sides, making it a little more of a stretch. Reaching overhead, you usually can feel that as that hip is just pressing a little bit forward. Great. Relax, great. So next we're going to just bring our hands back, pulling our shoulders back. This kind of opens up the chest, the back, kind of lets your body, your alignment feel a little bit more upright, a little straighter. And relax. We're going to reach one arm overhead. Just kind of looking straight ahead, and it's kind of over your shoulder. If your shoulders or anything would hurt, you could bring it a little more forward. So don't ever feel like you have to do it exactly like I am. Really adjust to how your body is feeling, because sometimes one side is a little less able to stretch as far, or it may be from a shoulder or hip even. You just want to do as far as you feel comfortable. Because if you're going to kind of pull a muscle or hurt yourself, you won't be able to do the walking, the getting out and enjoying the weather as it's getting nicer. You will take longer to heal until you can get back into working out or at least walking. Getting some weights in is just huge, huge for your body. So we're going to just relax again. Head to one side, toward the shoulder a little bit on that side. And drinking water through the day, starting with a good half a cup in the morning and then right after half a cup while you're getting ready. And then also just a half a cup when you can out throughout the day to really spread it out. Try to do as much as you can, because as you spread it out, it absorbs, for one thing, better. Doesn't make you have to go to the bathroom quite as quickly if you kind of do it a little bit more spread out like that. And then also you get your more water in as you're drinking it, a lot more during the day, and then it just works in your body that much better. You're not going to get dehydrated. You're not going to get where you feel like you're so thirsty and you drink a whole bunch and then your stomach hurts because you drank so much. So really kind of spread it out. Take your time. Just your pure water is great. And just go through the day thinking, get some sunshine, get your water in, some exercise or walking, anything you can do, even if it's every half hour when you get your water, as you're walking around for a minute or minute and a half, just to kind of get yourself moving more or standing up and just kind of, if you can, just do some movements if you're sitting at a desk during the day. It is so important to kind of get your body going, get your body working together better. So thanks for joining and have a great day. Thank you.